Oh yeah.
So look at my levels here and all that, right? This is the playthrough I've been doing this year. Level 53, 302,000 gil. Here's my old playthrough from last year. When you get enough gil, it can't even count it. It just says L1 and then 6 digits or 7 digits.
I love those little shots when it says to change the disc.
I would love someone to do a modern illustration of those shots as something, again, to frame on a wall.
Yeah.
A whole series of them that you could just put vertically. I even got Yuffie up to level 99 because fuck it. It doesn't take long if you have the Experience Plus materia. So yeah, Master Materia, all. Master Command, Double Cut, W Magic, HP Plus.
Fuck.
Just an all hanging out. All. Just for funsies. Just for money that I don't need. Experience Plus. If you get that up high and stack them on someone, then go into the Northern Crater and fight enemies called Movers, who are enemies which periodically pop up from Final Fantasy and exist only to give you huge bonuses to experience and or AP. They appear in 5 for that purpose. They're in 6, but in 6 they're just kind of regular enemies. They're back in here. They give you
30, yeah, I remember that.
I think the Movers give you 3,500 AP.
Yeah.
AP.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
Something like 100,000 gil when you kill them. Also, with the W item materia, you can duplicate elixirs, and you can also fight magic pots in that area, who you can only kill them if you give them an elixir, but when you do, they give you 1,000 AP each. So you slot in a piece of materia into a triple AP weapon, and now you're gaining 9 to 10,000. You gain almost 10,000 AP per encounter. All right, everyone, let's mosey.
Let's go die.
It's just disappointed in you because you're not saying like a man.
Mosey?
Yeah.
I don't know. Guess. Move out?
Right. In a movie, this would be hilarious because there's just a huge army coming that you can't see.
Yeah.
Oh it's how do we save money?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many of them.
The numbers.
Yeah.
They're
this fight's going to be 10 times the size of that one at the end of The Lord of the Rings. Oh, this is going to be incredible.
It's like that.
Only an idiot would miss this.
That episode of South Park.
Yeah, exactly, with the angel.
Yeah.
This is 10. That's exactly the line.
Yeah.
This is 10 times the size of The Lord of the Rings. And then it gets to the field, and there's 3 angels and a few demons. It's we did it. Yay. This might be fun to pass time. Like a pastime. A fun pastime. Decide who's gonna go kick Sephiroth in his dick. Alright, you two walk inside of me. There you go. That's the stuff. All of you. Later.
Later, yeah. Yeah, we'll either die now or die in a bit, but, so...
I like this because it's the only moment where Genova's music occurs on the world map.
Yeah.
And not in an encounter with Genova herself. God, that's something games can do just because they have so much time to kill.
Yeah.
It's established that a piece of music is significant.
Oh, yeah.
It's I've been playing this game for 30 hours and I've heard this track 3 times. The fact that I'm hearing it now is important. Also, we're fighting Iron Giants, which haven't appeared in this game yet.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That took...
Yeah, maxing out your party turns into just unstoppable deities.
Tifa's just punching giant holes through everything with a giant smile on her face.
Yeah. I'm so strong! Holy shit!
Just laughing about it,
Yeah.
Flicks an arm off the Iron Giant.
Oh, I sure hope I don't get beat up by some douchebag in a church in 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was a good fight, but Tifa lost?
Yeah.
Although I did like when the guy's ringtone was the Final Fantasy VII victory music.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but it's a fun throwback. Although I do really love Tifa's new outfit in Advent Children.
I'd have to look it up to remind myself.
I'm gonna do that right now. The power of the internets.
Power of the internet.
Let's see. This is probably one of those things where you'll remember it like a moment before I pull it back up. There it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
As it ended up being used in Kingdom Hearts as well.
Yeah. It just
Because
mimics,
obviously it's way more Disney
yeah,
friendly.
mimics Cloud's new look to a bit more.
So this enemy, the dragon zombie, is interesting. It's your only source to acquire an enemy skill called Shadow Flare, outside of Ultima Weapon and Sephiroth himself. It's a very rare but very powerful spell. The only other ways to get it are when you defeat Ultima Weapon, it will cast it on whomever defeated it, and Sephiroth, Savior Sephiroth, the very last version, will occasionally cast it as well. So those are your only two chances. But if you want to know, if you're like some weirdo who has to get 100% of everything, like max out every fucking enemy skill materia, you need to fight that thing and just hope that it uses it. And it very, very rarely uses it, because I tried to get in all my enemy skill materia ones, but it just wasn't happening, and I gave up.
Genova just flew right through that structure.
Yeah. And now this is one of my favorite tracks in the game, called Genova Complete. Tifa's limit... Yeah, when Tifa has all of her limit breaks, it becomes a bit much. Unfortunately, I missed the last one, but Jesus, it has so many chances to miss.
It's like the time spent doing that, too. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah. Meteor Drive!
Fucking blam.
I only wish I'd had Meteor Strike when I fought Weapon earlier.
Yeah.
That would have been rad. Now her arm is just dead. Dead and numb. Like when you sleep on your side,
Yeah.
and you wake up and your whole arm is just asleep. That's
Well,
it for Genova.
There she goes.
She's dead. Oh, I wonder why...
Just
he
one
just had to get
last,
in that attack. Yeah.
one last one for Jesus.
One for Jesus. That was real easy. What the hell gave the Cetra so much trouble? What a bunch of pansies they must have been. Where the fuck are we?
Yeah, what is happening to reality?
This is bad. I can just tell this is bad right now, right away.
Oh no, not some weird void. We must be approaching the final boss.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, what?
How many Final Fantasy bosses do you think take place in a weird void? Let me count. All of them. All of them take place in a weird void, all the way up until 12. Even 10-2 takes place in a weird void. Even 12, I kind of want to stretch the definition of a weird void to make it fit, but I can't quite do it. You'll see eventually. 13 probably doesn't. 13, you probably just fight someone in a square beige room.
Elevator music is
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, the final boss is like ting 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 ting. Am I sufficiently badass enough for you to buy my shirts at Hot Topic? Look at my power. You better stab him, but good.
Why are you hitting yourself?
That's basically what Sephiroth's doing right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to like, alright, let's go fight this guy. Oh, wow, we can't even move.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Sephiroth's no joke. if they can overcome him with the power of hope and friendship. Which is the only boat you need, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only airship you need is friendship. Holy arse. I know, tell me about it. Wow. Whoosh, whoosh, wow. Are you getting hot and bothered over the thought of a dead woman? Oh, shit.
I guess I am.
Oh, I feel... Oh.
I guess it's the end of the world, so you know.
Guess I can use one of these 75 mega elixirs. Fuck it. W item, the W item dude is incredible. The fact that it got through is amazing. Limited Moon, Death Penalty. Equip his Venus Gospel.
It's a cool name.
Yeah. They're all cool final weapons.
And C team.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it, so Yiffy and Satchma will make up the C team.
Yeah. Former and HP Shout. Here we go. Just one more time.
Yeah, with that attitude you are.
Mm-hmm. This is my mission. To murder.
She starts gnawing at Sephiroth's throat.
Yeah. Oh, that's all we had to do?
Oh, wow. How is this? I can't watch. Oh.
Yeah. Way to Rick Astley it, Yuffie. I'm never gonna give it up. Never gonna let it down. Aim to tell you our memories. I guess that's where they got Sephiroth's line from Advent Children.
About how...
That will never be just a memory, or something. I don't know if I hate Advent Children or not.
I don't know.
I have a... It's at best, it's a love-hate relationship.
It was nice for the feels of watching these characters, but then at the same time you're like, God, what a bummer. Like, why couldn't it have been better?
Yeah. This one's so good. Why couldn't it have been better? Damn it. Damn it. I think all Cloud has... No. All one of them has is like the X-Cut materia and a bunch of counterattacks and HP
Look at all
pluses.
those fucking things you can do.
I know. I'm summoning Hades here just for funsies. Just to show off another summon. I know, when you get more than 4 commands and your menu expands, and it expands one more time. Hades is a summon that would be great if this game gave more prominence to status ailments.
Yeah.
Because that's what his Cauldron does. It attacks, does good damage, and inflicts a shitload of status ailments to the enemy. This being the penultimate boss is, of course, immune to status ailments. But in a game where status ailments pay dividends quickly, and you are emphasized to use them, Hades would be one of those things that you cherish.
Yeah.
You get that, and you're like, fuck yes, now I'm gonna break this game in half. So you have to make 3 parties, but yeah, not really.
So what happens if you switch to them? Like, you just
It switches, and I think it goes to a different perspective, and then you just fight with them until you defeat another part.
Oh, okay.
Because there are 5 parts to Bizarro Sephiroth here. That's its name. And every time you kill one, you get the option to change. I was actually, for a while when my family was living in Kellogg, we had a great big old TV that my parents didn't like to watch TV on. Then we had a newer but smaller TV on top, and so I would sometimes play a game on the lower TV while they watched something on the upper TV. And I was once fighting Sephiroth here while they were watching something on TV, but they were periodically looking at what I was doing. And when I defeated a part, and they laughed that your options are you worried about the other people? And then one of them is, not really. Fuck them. I'm sure they're fine.
What was that last little summon that the guy
Oh!
with the blue snot?
Yeah, that was, here it's Typhon, which should be Typhoon, but I think there's just not enough room. But yeah, that's, Chupan from Final Fantasy VI.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What's Ultros does... Yeah, I know. Yeah, Ultros doesn't make an appearance for some reason, but... You want to throw Gil at him? Yeah, why not? Throw all the Gil.
What are we gonna use it for anyway?
Nothing.
We can make more if we survive this. Just fucking up the world's economy by making elixirs and selling them and...
The Zaro energy. No one can stop Sephiroth.
It's just, yeah, a little.
Yeah. Hey, are you guys fine over there? Not talking to you, Yuffie. Or Kate shits. Oh, I'm dead. You killed me. So this is it for Sephiroth, I guess. Oh, that sure sucks. Oh. Oh dear.
I was really hoping to go to Benihana's for my birthday. It's coming up.
Hint, hint. Well, I guess I'm dead now. Actually, my birthday is just question marks on a sealed dossier. Oh, no, when I was born.
Sephiroth getting a free birthday meal at Benihana. He's got no one to go with, so he's just by himself.
And that's why he burns down Nibelheim.
Yeah.
Because he has to go to Benihana's by himself to get his free birthday. Probably a pitiful meal, too.
Do you know how embarrassing it is to go by yourself? Especially since they changed their rules. You don't get a free birthday meal unless you buy another meal of equal or greater value. I'm buying 2 meals.
I have no fucking idea why this version is called Safer Sephiroth.
Safer?
Yeah. I don't know. I would have just called it Sephiroth.
Maybe they meant it to be like Savior, and I don't know. Like,
yeah, I've always thought maybe that's what it was supposed to. I love that even with barrier up, Cloud is still inflicting 9,000 damage a hit.
Your barrier doesn't mean shit!
Yeah. I could use Knights of the Round and just end this, but I didn't want to for LP purposes. I wanted this to at least take a little bit of time. Now, Sephiroth's not... He's far from the most difficult final boss in Final Fantasy. He's... See, Shadowflare, what I was talking about earlier. He's far from the most difficult boss in Final Fantasy, but he's not a huge pushover.
Yeah.
Right? I'm only having the easy time I am because my party's level 99 with everything on them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You saw right there, Shadowflare did 7,000 damage. Like, if you were a weaker party, if you came straight here after Disc 2, this would be a challenge. It's just... I think with every Final Fantasy, if you level up to 99, you utterly trivialize the final boss. It just... In a lot of them, that would just take so long that it's not worth doing.
It's just like, what level of immersion do you want? Like, do you want to like really role play and like have it be a challenge? Or do you want to break the game and just fucking destroy things?
Yeah. Like in the original Final Fantasy, I think I defeated the final boss with my party only around level 35. If you take your party up into the 60s, suddenly your monk / master is now able to flick like 30,000 damage a hit. So, because they didn't have damage limits, I guess, because they didn't think anyone would get that far. But even just level 60, suddenly nothing can stand against you in that game. So if you were to grind at level 99, you'd be utterly unstoppable. In a way that even in this game, you're not.
There was a move he had called Pale Horse.
Yeah.
Is that a reference to...
It's a reference to death. The horse.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking metal.
Or it's a reference to Jesus, who I think is the one who rides the Pale Horse. I don't know. I forget exactly.
Pale Horse means Jesus' dong.
Yeah.
Because, here's
See,
Pluto. Just destroying fucking planets. Like,
there's a hip-hop musician who writes music based around video games, and he has a whole album about Final Fantasy VII, which I love. And in this part, he's singing about Sephiroth, and he sings about this. It's like Pluto destroyed, Jupiter gone.
Like, it's just funny, too. They obviously place it in, like, our solar system.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this is Earth, I guess? This is our solar system?
Yeah.
Or it's just fucking up our solar system on the way to their planet.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah. This attack is incredibly elaborate, but you can prevent it by attacking him while he's in the air. He'll float up, and then if you do enough damage, he comes back down without doing this.
You know, it's showing you how powerful it is, but it's strange that it doesn't just kill you all.
Yeah, it's a bit much. But then all the summons are like that, right?
Yeah.
So, you kind of just gotta deal with it.
Oh shit, oh shit,
Oh
shit.
oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. And it does damage.
Wow.
If you're not prepared for that, you're gonna die. Like, that's one of those... It's one of those moves the boss can do that just ends you. Like, I gotta take care of this now. I have these limit breaks. Plus, Region is actually doing pretty good work.
Yeah, it was. I was like, wow.
Yeah, they got me back from like triple digits back to halfway to max. Which is enough for Cloud's Omnislash to do 8,000 to 9,000 damage a hit.
Omnislash is the attack is increased with your HP, or
the attack isn't,
your
but
sword.
the strength. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Cloud's
Yeah.
ultimate sword is dependent upon his HP. And with that note, I will say that I wish limit breaks worked differently in this game, because Cloud, Barret, and Tifa's limit breaks make them far and above the best characters to have in your party, because it's just multiple attacks against whomever you're fighting. The other ones are like one big attack, but it's guaranteed to hit everybody, or Vincent's where he just transforms and you can't control him. And so if you're looking at it just on that level, it's like Cloud, Barret, Tifa. There's no reason not to bring them with you other than for variety. And man, now I'm starting to feel weird that we're almost done with this.
yeah.
Like, I haven't felt this way about the other ones.
I keep trying to. I keep looking back at the other ones and just being like, holy shit! Like
it was fun to finish them, and like we've come, however far, another check mark on our list. But this one feels different. Like, this one means so much to me. And actually, come this bit is making me a little emotional.
Well, it's like the other stories too. It's like, yeah, they defeated the big bad. It was like someone showed up, was an asshole, did a bad thing.
Yeah.
We stopped it. This
Yeah.
one, it's like, wow, there was some deep character shit like that you can really.
That now as an adult I can relate
Yeah.
to. And sometimes you put your all into something, and you have to acknowledge that your effort doesn't guarantee success.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go balls out till you collapse, and then you just have to hope that it works.
It's a really,
Because sometimes it doesn't.
it's that corny yoga kind of thing where it's like it's not the destination,
Yeah.
it's the journey like that really matters.
This final part I've been thinking about lately, because it's always bothered me, this part where, spoilers, Cloud's going to have a one-on-one fight with Sephiroth here real quick. It's always bothered me because I was never certain what's going on, but I think I understand it now. Basically, this moment coming up is Sephiroth trying to take control of Cloud. Like, we've just destroyed Sephiroth's body, but we know that someone's consciousness can exist on its own without returning to the planet. And Sephiroth has the ability to control anyone with Genova cells, which Cloud still does. So now that his body has been destroyed, Sephiroth is making one last... This is his final gambit. If he can take control of Cloud right now, wrest control of his consciousness, he can transform him into a new Sephiroth clone and continue to live, continue with his work. It might take a while longer, he might have to take a different shape, but he can continue on physically and with his own consciousness. And he thinks he can do that because when he last met Cloud, Cloud was still uncertain of himself. He still thought of himself as a child. When Sephiroth came here, he was expecting to meet Cloud the child. Instead, he's meeting Cloud the man.
And the eyes tell it.
The eyes tell it. Cloud is not a scared child anymore. He's a grown man, fully confident in himself, and he's not going to let Sephiroth control him anymore.
Like Sephiroth's eyes went, oh shit.
And what's ultimately telling to me as well is that even if you don't have Omni-Slash for Cloud, he has Omni-Slash right here.
Yeah.
So however physically powerful Cloud is outside of his in the real world, within his mind, he has broken past all... Yeah, exactly. Within Cloud's mind, he has broken past all his limits. Like, realizing what Limit Break really meant is what sold this moment to me. Like, outside in the world, Sephiroth may pose a threat to him, but in the realm of his consciousness, Cloud is now limitless, and so Sephiroth can get fucked.
Yeah, I definitely never noticed the expressions before. That was amazing. Cloud's was like determined kind of cockiness, like I'm gonna fuck you up, and Sephiroth was like, this was not what I wanted.
Yeah, and Sephiroth, and his eyes right there especially, he expected to roll up on Cloud as this little boy that he could literally just bully. But not anymore. God. Like, this game was just making more and more sense and meaning more and more to me. And I was thinking about this part earlier this week and like, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, I never caught that before. I was just thought he just had to fight him one last time. I mean, he did, but not physically.
I should move this so we can actually read the subtitles. These FMVs are odd because they're the only ones that aren't full screen. They're shrunken down, but I think that's to accommodate the subtitles because they're also the only FMVs where people are talking.
Yeah. Oh, and then he's just like, oh shit, I'm here, for real. Whoops. Then wake the fuck up, Cloud.
And that... Because when I got here as a kid, I didn't think about any of that. And even playing it again as an adult until just recently, it always bothered me, because I'm like, did he physically go there? Like, what's going on? But then, like I said, everything just fucking clicked, finally. Also, they made Tifa less busty in future iterations, which I, just from like how she's physically proportioned, I appreciate because it reads better.
Yeah,
it makes her look more fit,
like
a martial artist as opposed to.
You just don't have that frame, and I just don't buy that size frame would support those huge knockers. Like, that's just not.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know, I understand that some people probably have that, but
sure,
it's just,
and they're. I mean, God,
we were watching you guys again.
You didn't entertain us this time, but whatever. Like, I'm not going to pretend to be like an expert on women's anatomy, but a lot of women, their breast size fluctuates with their weight, and some women do naturally just have larger breasts, regardless of their weight. But a lot of athletic women just have smaller breasts because that's just a common area for fat to be deposited, and so if a woman adds weight, then it gets added there. But a woman who works out a lot and burns calories tends to have a smaller chest. So Tifa having a smaller chest in future iterations, I think, is a better character design.
Yeah,
it feels like she was designed as it sounds like as a bartender first and a martial artist second.
Yeah. I love the Sid cigarette falling out of the mouth.
Yeah, that's a great little touch in that moment. Oh shit. Oh, I'm puke. Puke everywhere. You're puke? I'm puke. Oh, the sweet new engines are gone. Already.
Shit.
Yeah. Better see what this dumb thing does.
I haven't pulled this in... You made it, man!
He says they modified... Yeah. If you talk to him throughout Disc 2, he says, oh, there are some weird levers that weren't here the last time I was on the ship. I wonder what they do.
Emergency. Like, if you pull that in the wrong emergency, it's not gonna help.
Yeah. Something else that bums me out a little bit is that this is the first town you come to when you leave Midgar. And... that's Marlene. You can't find Marlene in here.
Oh.
I wish that at some point you could come here in Disc 3 and find Marlene and Eris's mom and have a heart-to-heart with both of them.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. If you're listening, Square Enix, you're not. Add that to the remake if you ever get around to it. You fucks. Maybe I should call them fucks. Meteor's just taking its sweet time falling.
It's all...
But its proximity is enough to ruin
Yeah.
everything. Like, as I said, the ending to this game is ambiguous. It could be that wholly destroyed humanity. Maybe it didn't. Going off the post-credits scene where Midgard's completely overgrown, it would seem that humanity is just gone. But I don't think that's the case, simply because here's my line of thought. Red 13 is on the Highwind right now. The Highwind is being piloted by people. If those people suddenly disappeared, the Highwind would eat shit and Red 13 would go down with it. So I don't think having people still be around in Advent Children is a retcon. I think they just made the ending non-ambiguous to this. And you can see it all the way from Bugenhagen's place, so that's bad. That's real bad what's going on right now. But I think the ending... I think what's going on right now... Just look at how fucked up Midgar is getting. Like, this place would be dangerous. The Highwind looks a lot different. It's a bat now.
It's the emergency switch. It turns into a fucking bat.
Dumb bat. Like, Midgar would be dangerous to be in and around. I think there would just be a huge exodus after Meteor Fall. Which, again, they seem to retcon that with... That's something they did retcon with Advent Children. Is that everyone just stayed in Midgar? Even though there should be all these malfunctioning reactors that no one knows how to keep up anymore because all of Shinra's gone.
Would it be a huge downer fucking lightning?
Like, we summoned Holy, but it was too late. And somehow it's fueling Meteor. Also notice that Vincent and Yuffie nowhere to be found in these final cutscenes.
Just in case.
They didn't
get them.
Because they didn't have the tech to account for them being in your party or not, so they just had to assume they're not. Which I imagine for a lot of people, they weren't. You very rarely need to go through a forest to get anywhere, so you can very easily miss Yuffie. And Vincent's only available through an obscure side quest. I imagine a lot of people beat this game and then hear people talking about Vincent and Yuffie and we're like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, even you were saying your buddy who didn't even catch that scene with Zach. Like, there's definitely stuff in here that people would miss.
What the hell is that? What do you think it is? What other green glowing goo is in the planet?
Look at this dog.
Riggs, can you not appreciate this moment, please?
Riggs, you're ridiculous.
That's why we call you Ridiculous Riggs. No one's ever called you that.
They obviously didn't put as much work into these models, even though they should have. If you're gonna push into them like that, just give them as much work as the main cast.
Live stream's gonna come feel up Meteor. Just feel it all up. Feel it up and down.
This is a great fucking ending, though. This is a great ending.
It's so good. It's like,
it's. I mean, everything you've done is tying into what's happening right now. And then the fact that it has the balls to be an ambiguous ending is something I don't think this game gets enough credit for. Every other Final Fantasy we've beaten has a definitive end. Think about Final Fantasy V.
Yeah.
How that ended with a complete ass pull of, okay, the world's completely restored, and the two of our party members who were gone for a year are just back again. Hooray! Even 6 kind of ends with a small ass pull, where as soon as you beat Kefka, suddenly the sky is back to normal and there's grass again. But this is like, yeah, Meteor is gone, but what about everyone else?
I like the...
And it just ends with this. Even the song ends like mid...
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be like mid-bar?
It's like it doesn't resolve on the root note of the scale.
Yeah,
like kind of just like...
Like that bit goes like ding, 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 ding. God.
I like thinking about the live stream as, you know, obviously it's all the life and memories and stuff of everything that's lived on the planet, but it's like they all finally got they're like, fuck this, we're gonna fight for the planet. Like, these assholes
Yeah,
just did
yeah.
it. Like, everyone's finally standing up for themselves, and the planet was like, time to join the fight.
Yeah, the very planet. Either it's the live stream is either like a collective consciousness, or it's a a trillion individual consciousnesses. But either way, it in that moment did stand up to defend itself. We did the footwork and gave it the ability to defend itself. Like the planet needed Holy to defeat Meteor, but then Holy needed the extra push that only the planet could give it.
I love that it ends with Eris just...
As it began. As it began with Eris, closed with Eris. In fact, ending with Eris there is such a hopeful note that even with this ambiguous ending, I would assume humanity survived. Like, it just something about her face there, praying, feels like it's just supposed to be an uptick in hope right at the end. So it's like, maybe they didn't, but it does feel like this is supposed to be a good ending. And not just the extinction of humanity, which is a very excellent article about Final Fantasy VII on the AV Club, which came out a few months ago, comparing the events of this game with our modern political climate and how frighteningly prescient it is. And the writer of that had come to the conclusion that the ending of this game, the post-credit scene, indicates the extinction of humanity, which, fair enough, they have their interpretation, I have mine. They were able to argue for it. Our argument that art school allows you to argue for anything cuts both ways. But just between the fact that Red 13 would be dead and the fact that it ends with a quick shot of Eris's face in prayer leads me to think that their intentions for this ending, though not spelled out, would indicate the continued survival of humanity in this world.
I like that it begins and ends with Eris because it's like these whatever events happening at the very end of the game were, it almost makes it feel like they were happening, and then it's like, here's the story. Like, let's instead of playing the events that lead up to it, it's like, let's show you the events that are leading up to the point of right now. I don't know, just something like that. Like, it's cool.
Oh, they misspelled animators.
Animators.
Animators. Oh, I've never seen that one before. Oh my god. Whew. This game has some flaws in the armor.
You didn't say that.
I did. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of the headline.
You didn't say.
Yeah.
Riggs, you're looking ridiculous. I'm gonna get a picture of your ridiculous fucking face.
Chocobo Race section had its own programmer, graphic designer, planner. Condor War section had its own people too. God, only 3 people assigned to that whole bit. I feel like if you and I were 10 years older, we could have become game designers.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
I feel like if we had been old enough to get involved during the PS1 era, it would have been accessible enough that we could have learned it with the tools available for learning at the time, and then progress naturally into what's going on right now. But now, like, I wouldn't know where to start, and I don't trust any of the schools which are supposed to teach you how to do anything.
It's just like everything else. It's just always missing it. Always missing the train to get on to something, I feel like. It's just a bummer.
I think our best bet would be with something like Clown Warriors taking off. And then basically doing the role that like Matt and Trey have with the South Park games that have been coming out. Both the South Park game that came out and the one that's about to come out. The Stick of Truth and the Fractured But Whole, respectively. Where it's like, this is our property, we'll just guide you through it and help with the story. Sephiroth choir, soprano, alto, the tenor. Yeah, an actual choir. Like, I think that's the one bit of music which was recorded. Excerpts from The Creation? I wonder if that is.
Well, I mean, you just look at the list of people that were in. Yeah, like you said, there's just like no one working on this game. It's not these giant.
Compared to these days, where I think one of the Assassin's Creed games had a 45-minute text scroll for the credits because they have several thousand people working on every title. Because they're a factory with They're a factory with staff spread across the entire globe.
Yeah.
And so their credits take like 45 minutes. God damn, it's like going to see a modern movie where you have your names and there's a few people here and there, and then you get to the visual effects animators, and it's just a brick of Korean names with the occasional Anglo name thrown in there.
Yeah. Like that one guy
Who went to worked for Nintendo on Breath of the Wild. Everyone's like, what's this white guy doing in the credits? What's Bob Smith doing among the Shunji Itos? Oh man. What a good fucking game.
Yeah. Like
anyone who wants to say different, you better be prepared to back your comments up.
Like, just gotta give it a shot, actually, get into it.
I'm not even gonna go that far and be like, you gotta give it a shot. I'm gonna say, no, you gotta fucking play it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Because the give it a shot is often like, I know it's not the best, but it's got its charms.
And you gotta get through the whole game.
You gotta get through it. You gotta pay attention and understand that there is character development going on. When I say understand that there's character development going on, I don't mean like you gotta search for the subtext and understand it.
Yeah.
You have to just get past the cultural perception of what this game is.
And you just have to be attentive. Like, when you're playing it, you just have to fucking...
Because unfortunately, the cultural perception of this game has shifted from what this game actually is. And people have a perception of this game being something it is not.
So this is 500 years later. Mm-hmm. So even if humanity no longer exists now, it possibly isn't because of
meteor fall. Yeah, it could be due to anything. But nothing about this makes sense, because Red 13 was the last of his kind, but now there are young cubs running behind him.
Maybe they reproduce by budding?
Maybe. Asexually reproduced sponge fears it's becoming itself.
Meow.
I actually took that as a kid to be a hopeful ending. Like, people became more one with nature than they were before.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't represent people with, this limited scope that they have and tool set.
The water had gotten closer to and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck,
what a game. And now I suppose I never need to play it again. I will. Of course I will. One day I'll have a partner and I'll be like, have you played this game? Well, sit down. Or I'll have children. I'll be like, well, I know you haven't played this game. Sit down. And then, of course, the end.
You don't even get to see the outcome of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You just know that their events reshape the Earth forever.
You just know that they gave their all to save the world, whatever the ending might be. And that's what matters in the end.